8 horas no mais luxuoso avião do mundo, de primeira classe.
Most luxurious flight for 8 hours all the way over to Europe on Emirates Boeing 777.
Não quero te escutar, paizão. Não entendo o que tu fala. O que você achou da Copa hoje? Cara, a Copa foi muito maneira, mano. O clima de Copa é sempre muito bom. E eu tô confiante. Caralho, só pratão, mano. E eu tô muito confiante com essa seleção, velho. Acho que os caras...
We'll start our journey today in sunny Dubai, in the United Arab Emirates, just as I hop into my
Nossa, chegou fraco o homem, hein?
This transfer is complimentary to first-class passengers, and you can expect either a luxury BMW or Mercedes. After a short drive, we arrive at the dedicated first-class terminal. So with that, let's
luxuoso porque tem o Neymar.
And check in.
O maluco tá no catapo.
Busiest I've ever seen a first-class check-in, but luckily Emirates has prepared for this with plenty of desks open. Around 5 minutes later, I'm ready to head over to clear security. A quick baggage screening later, and I'm into Concourse B. This will be the first of 2 lounges we'll experience today. Both the business and first-class lounges are located on the 2nd floor of the terminal, away from the pandemonium
On the 2nd floor.
Below. Let's head into the first class lounge then. After checking in, I'm led over to the dining room for breakfast.
Porra, é essa Emirates, hein, cara? É tipo uma... Qual é o nome? É uma companhia aérea.
Of this lounge. As I get settled in, let's take a look at the menu provided by...
Viu o pé do Ney? Não vi, cara. Ele se lesionou? O que rolou?
From traditional Arabic cuisine to Wagyu beef and foie gras. But I'll be saving myself for the flight, I think, and we'll stick to a sparkling water and a fresh cappuccino. Without asking, I'm served a bread basket, which is a nice touch, but seems a waste for me today. So as hinted, there is another much larger lounge, which I'd like to share with you. In fact, it's the
tornozelo dele tá inchado? Ah, mano, mas isso aí é tranquilo. Acho que é tratável essa porra, mano.
World over in Concourse A. It's a short monorail visit away and well worth checking out if you have time. Here's a summary of the opulence then. Its own duty-free shopping facility, sleeping room, cigar room with fully stocked bar, and even
caralho, o bagulho é melhor que a minha casa, gente. Como é que é isso?
Now, running the risk of missing my
até a segunda tá suave, ah, com certeza, mano. Porra, tá de boa, velho.
Introducing the in-terminal Emirates chauffeur.
É verdade que você foi convocado pra Copa, mas recusou assim. O Tite chegou a falar comigo, né? Vamos pra Copa? Falei, não, cara, eu preciso fazer live, né? Vai ser muito difícil fazer lá do Catar. Vou ficar por aqui. Tanto é que eu tô com a blusa hoje que era pra eu estar jogando, né? Mas enfim, não deu.
Class buggies with soft leather seating. Sadly though, not available for me today. I am thankful for this transfer though, as the walk would have taken around 25 minutes, which certainly would have meant an impromptu extended stay in Dubai. Finally, I'm at my gate, just as the flight is
Me dá uma camisa do Brasil? Irmão, essa aqui é falsificada.
Passengers to board last, in contrast to the stampede you have in the US or Europe. Here we go then, the Emirates 777-300ER, which will be taking us over to Europe today. So just before I show you the very best first class in the entire world, it's time for today's video sponsor, NordVPN. Did you know you're probably overpaying for flights? And that's because many booking websites track your online activity.
Pô, tomar ad do maluco não dá, velho.
Exactly where you want to fly and when. For example,
tomar ad de maluco estrangeiro.
Any other flight experience. The interior is more akin to a private plane than a commercial one. I'm directed to my seat 1 kilo, though I'm told I'll be the only passenger on board today, so I can sit wherever I please once we've taken off. The suite is a real showstopper, and I can't wipe the smile off my face as I settle into my private room. The level of space is really...
Caralho, isso aí é um bagulho pra voar. Que isso? Meu Deus.
Singapore's A380 suites, though as noted in my review, they're not designed in the best manner for privacy and comfort. Will store my carry-on case in the closet opposite my seat, like a glove.
Mas ele tomou uma entrada no início do jogo e te fuder também, tá? Tomou uma entrada forte, mano. Ei, que isso? Chocolatinho pra nós? Tá faltando um aí, né? Bagulho do Aladdin.
Now to move on to something a little heavier, champagne of course.
Soda.
Emirates serves a delicious 2012 Dom Perignon, though if you're lucky sometimes they'll bring out the P2, but this is increasingly rare. Nevertheless, at over $200 a bottle, this is still punchy stuff, and I enjoy a couple of glasses as we push back from stand and begin to taxi out over to the runway. The safety video is run, made all the more civilised whilst sipping Dom. I fasten my seatbelt in preparation for takeoff. Like most Emirates planes, there's a nose camera, perfect to watch takeoff.
Essa parada eu acho inútil. Ah, não quero ver o avião. Foda-se o avião. Quero ver um Dragon Ball, um Naruto. É uma parada maneira, um How I Met Your Mother.
Hard for me to film. As we glide up into the scorching Emirati afternoon, where exactly are we heading today, you rightly ask? We'll be cruising at 38,000 feet.
Saiu de Dubai, foi direto pro Reino Unido?
Miles over to the Belgian capital
Quase.
of Brussels. As we reach our altitude, it's time to unbuckle my seatbelt and let the show begin. We'll start by taking a look at the menu and ordering up some lunch.
The menu.
Beautifully, of course, in a leather folio. The selection is naturally expansive. Do let me know down below what you'd choose. Remember, you can eat whenever and however much you want. After placing my order with a friendly crew member, I'm served some
Amendoim eu como em casa, paizão. Eu quero saber da comida legal.
nuts and a delicious mango juice. Don't worry, more champagne and something special and alcoholic is coming up in due course.
Suquinho de laranja
I'm
cai
also presented
bem.
with some caviar,
Opa, agora
sweet
sim, pô,
potato
quantidade
tartare,
boa.
hummus with a lamb barrett, and smoked
Caralho, o cara
salmon
comeu
with
em
Dutch
uma.
pear. Whilst I gorge on this, let's take a proper look around my hotel room in the sky. There are a total of 6 luxury suites on board this 777, laid out in a 111. We'll focus on the window suite for now, but when it comes to sleep, we'll take a look at the middle one, which features virtual windows. Yes, this is a thing. The focal point
Tampa
is,
nem
of
buraco
course,
do
this
dente,
incredible,
papo reto,
squishy,
mano.
rich leather armchair designed with NASA technology. It's hands down.
O cara vai pro avião de $300 mil pra comer amendoim, pô.
There's a tablet to control all elements of your suite and the all-important individual air vents. Oh, and a first on board a plane is actually separate climate control settings for your room. In front of you is a huge 32-inch 4K display, serving up the most
Pô,
extensive
dá pra usar essa TV de monitor?
Of course, this is also the only fully enclosed suite on board a commercial plane, with the door running from floor to ceiling.
Bateu uma punheta aí, é
Yes,
loucura, hein?
aircraft do have a floor-to-ceiling curtain in their La Premiere, but it's not quite the same. There's a full-size closet which also houses your mattress pad and noise-cancelling B&W headphones.
Pra eu esquecer uma roupa aí dentro é 2 pau.
Vanity mirror with compartment housing your writing kit, pillow spray, moisturizer.
Porra, a aeromoça deve ter lucrado pra caralho já com isso aí, mano. De abrir essas porra aí com ter blusa perdida do Louis Vuitton. Frigobar.
Lastly, the lighting controls, which are frankly incredible. You can adjust not only the brightness, but change the colour of your suite's lighting. It's truly beyond what you'd
Opa,
ever need,
sexo.
but hey, it's there.
Caralho!
Let's retract my tray table. A rich cotton tablecloth is laid out and promptly set to cater for my appetizer. Of course, more Dom is served to complement, you've guessed it, caviar. Emirates have actually introduced unlimited
Opa.
caviar on board their first-class flights, which is a really cool touch, but I can't say I'd see myself having more than 2 portions on a long-haul flight.
Pô, mas não
So
tem
I'm
um
taking the
PF, né?
Dom
Não tem um
button
prato
seat,
feito.
and I glide forwards in the perfect position to begin this gluttonous affair. So if you've not eaten caviar before, here's the routine. Firstly, grab a blini. Step 2, add your garnishes. For me, it's creme fraiche and egg whites. Now for the caviar itself, served on a mother-of-pearl spoon. Finally, time to eat. All in one or else it will go everywhere.
Será que essa porra é boa mesmo? Tem uma cara de ser ruim. Mentira, tem uma cara de não ter sabor de porra nenhuma.
I've gone for the Thai red prawn curry, served with jasmine rice.
Ok, aí tu já tá falando de uma comidinha mais maneira, hein?
Red Thai sauce is an eruption of flavour tamed by the delicate jasmine rice, and thankfully it's not overpoweringly spicy, which can often be the case. My table is set once more, now for dessert, but there's also something very special coming. Of course, Hennessy Paradis, one of the most expensive drinks served on any first class.
Que isso? O bagulho é $14 mil. Que porra é essa?
Flight. I can't say cognac is my thing, but it was certainly enjoyable. For dessert, I opt for the chocolate brownie, bathed in a rich creme anglaise. It's again outstanding. To close, I'm presented with a warm towel to freshen up, and some Emirati chocolates. Shame they're not Belgian ones given our destination.
R$1.500,
I
entendi.
think it's time to change into something a little more comfy. How incredible are those fibre optic lights in the floor? Yes, you can even adjust the brightness of those. Right, let's boot the Tims off and get my slippers on. And let's grab my PJs and amenity kit and head over to the lavatory. There are 2 of these to the front of the first class cabin. Now this is where sadly the world's best first class struggles to compete with its rival, Emirates' own A380. Its big brother features one of the largest bathrooms in the sky.
Ok, banheiro normal, quer dizer, normal, né? É normal, aspas.
Complete with a shower. Such a shame there's not room to fit these on the 777. Anyway, given the space they have to work with, this is still a tastefully designed
Aguinha
lab.
gelada e quente.
There's no hiding the fact that it's
Tem
still quite a
perfume
small
no
space
bagulho.
though.
Eu não tenho perfume.
So, the provided Bulgari amenity kit, what's inside? Well, pretty much everything you'd ever need on
Tá,
a
beleza.
8-hour flight.
Tudo que você
The
precisa,
highlight,
né?
of course,
Inclusive um... Caralho, tem um perfume dentro do bagulho.
Bulgari perfume,
Bulgari.
retailing north of $300.
Pô, irmão, desculpa. Se eu recebo um perfume de $350 no meu voo, eu levo essa porra pra casa, pô. Eu levo a caixa pra casa.
Time to try out those PJs
Eu
then.
ia usar, mas assim, de 2 em 2 anos.
Which, FYI,
E aqui, ó.
acts as a great match
Pronto.
up sleeve.
Tá mais que bom.
These are, of course, the coveted Emirates moisturising pyjamas. Yes, it's marketing PR jargon, but my goodness, they're among the comfiest in the sky. After a quick freshen up, let's head back to my suite. I still can't get over the design of this cabin. It's stunningly beautiful. Back in 1 kilo, let's shut the door and give this NASA seat a proper go. One touch
Eu
of
já botava 2 pezão em cima da mesa, já ficava como? Comfortable, mané.
the bed button converts this seat into a fully lay flat position. Now this is all well and good, but it's not quite a bed just yet. Thankfully, the wonderful FA is making up one of the other suites as we speak. So let's return to a seated position and go and check out what the middle room is like, and of course, take a well overdue nap. Let's head down the starlit corridor to 2 Foxtrot. Wow, just wow. It honestly doesn't seem
Wow, just
on
wow.
board a commercial aircraft at this point. The party piece, of course, in the middle suite are these virtual windows, essentially 4K monitors linked to an outside camera.
No final do voo, o cara ganha um iPhone 14, papo reto, mano.
Right, let's pull up the serving hatch and get the door closed to ensure full privacy.
É, o foda é que não dá pra tu levar uma amiguinha, né? Uma parceira, né? Só cabe tu aí. Quer dizer, se organizar bem, todo mundo dorme direito. Mas, pô, no conforto, por mim, botar uma cama de casal aí. Dá. Cabe.
A couple of seconds for afternoon tea and a breakdown of how much I paid for this ticket. I wake up somewhere over Austria. Would you believe there is yet more food to consume? Well, for the science of an airline review, I guess I'll have to make room. Whilst I could have taken this in yet another suite, I don't really want to create
Deve ter
more
uma
work
cama pra
for the
casal.
group.
Pô,
So
mas tem espaço pra isso? Será, mano?
let's head over to my initial suite, 1 kilo.
Será que tem pra
After checking
casal,
out the
mano?
menu, the crew recommends
Tadinho,
the
ele ficou
traditional
com um
Arabic
solitário,
dessert.
né?
And who am I to turn
Que
down
merda.
such a recommendation? With my order placed, we really must try out one of the quirks of this product. The
cara
provided
trouxe
binoculars, of course.
binóculo
This
pro
may seem
voo.
a really silly addition. I actually found it quite fun gazing out the window, surveying the Austrian countryside from afar. Yes, it may indeed be a bit gimmicky, but who else is doing this in the sky? Time to retract my tray table, and my cappuccino is promptly served. I do chuckle to
Ih, caralho.
myself that airlines like BA struggle to keep their coffee machines working in
Tá,
first.
ele parece sim o João Caetano rico.
When Emirates go to the extent of even showing off with coffee art. So here we go, a selection of Arabic treats, quite heavy pastry-wise, and filled with a variety of nuts and dates. These were tasty and extremely sweet, but I would sooner enjoy scones and clotted cream for afternoon tea. Next I order a DC, because, well, if you're Trek Trendy bingo cards and
Aquela coquinha com gelo e limão, né? Não tem jeito.
full by now, this should at least...
Tá quente, né? Claramente sem gás também.
It's time to check out the in-flight entertainment. A remote is stowed in your seat, and for the first time I've ever seen, it's wireless. Frustratingly, it was pretty glitchy.
Foda-se, planeta Terra já vi toda hora. Já tô
course. Emirates have a huge selection of movies on their in-flight entertainment, named ICE. I'd rate it as the best in the
caralho.
sky, purely by sheer variety. I'm informed it won't be
Não, mostra o catálogo de filme aí, como é que é?
long until we begin our final descent. So as I go and change into my clothes, let's take a look at the cost of this trip. Now, as stated, this ticket booked for cash can be over a staggering $10,000, but by booking
$10,000?
saves
$10.000 é a passagem. É uns 50 mil reais a porra da passagem pro... Caralho, doidão!
significantly. Of course, air miles. But fear not, you don't need to spend hundreds of thousands on your company expenses in order to generate these miles. I actually bought the required miles for this trip in one of Emirates' frequent Skyward sales.
Irmão, 50 mil reais numa porra de uma passagem de avião,
This
mano.
ticket cost me a total of £1,767. Now, I had a few miles left over from a previous flight.
Cara, me dá 50 mil reais que pra tu ver o estrago que eu faço.
But if you were to buy from scratch, this ticket would cost around £2,060. Yes, this is a lot of cash, but at a quarter of the asking price online for a one-off trip, I certainly think it's worth it. So, back in my suite and changed with a fresh NASA jumper.
Pô, tomar banho, né, doidão? Segundo dia com essa porra desse casaco da NASA aí.
Freshen up, which is greatly appreciated. And with that, I fasten my seatbelt. We begin to glide over the Belgian countryside, and it's not long before we're on final approach into Brussels International Airport. After a short taxi to our gate, it's time to deplane, thereby ending the most luxurious flight I've ever taken. And trust me, I've tried them all. There may be better ground service provisions, such as Air France, and more space on SQ's A380 suites, but the hardware on EK's new First wins hands down for comfort, privacy and design. Thanks so much for watching, and for
Thank you so much for watching.